with a statement, then we'll get to questions.
Yep. First off, just our thoughts and prayers go out to the Clark family. Sean was a great friend, great West Virginian. I had a personal relationship with Sean. He actually hired my daughter. In the recruiting side of it didn't work out, but offered her the job. So, we go way back, and we lost a good one over the weekend. So, just our thoughts and prayers are with the Clark family, and it's a shame, way too young, and this one's gonna hurt for a while for a lot of people. So, but with that, to move on to our game, offensively, I thought that we looked really good. I thought we ran the ball well, we threw the ball well. Carlos was in full control. I thought Floyd Lacy was the best player on the field, and made some big time plays, big time catches, runs. So very, very pleased with the offensive side. The one that I'm not pleased with was the play call on the reverse. So if we see another reverse again, you may need to check the tent because I'm probably going to be in it. So, but defensively, not pleased at all. It was embarrassing. Didn't tackle well. Played scared. And that's disappointing from the effort that we came off of the week before. So we'll get that fixed. We got kids that care. It matters to them, and they're going to get better, and we're going to stay on them to get better. So and we take that that's a result of coaching, not putting any blame on our players. That's 100% on us as coaches when we tackle like that, and it won't happen again as long as we have anything to say about it. We're going to get that right. And then, what I was pleased with is how they finished the game, though. 12 plays in the fourth quarter, 25 yards, a couple big stops. So they finished the right way. I thought our team finished well with all the stuff that we went through. I mean, I think we were at that stadium for 9 hours. So we ate a lot of peanut butter and jelly and Rice Krispie treats and crackers. So, shout out to our nutrition staff, our strength staff for being prepared. But with that, open it up.
Coach, from how does that help your psyche to be, you're down 28-21, you go down right and score, and then you had the fourth quarter you had. On the road, that's not always easy to do. You weren't able to do it against Missouri State, but you flipped the chart on them. How much does that help you guys, just from a growth standpoint?
Yeah, and we never ever lost confidence on that sideline, and our kids just kept battling, and I wasn't even thinking that we're going to lose this game. We're going to find a way to win it, and the kids believe that, our staff believe that, and I believe that, and but it's really good for our confidence to know that we could score that fast, and they did some things to help us. I mean, they had some penalties that were big, and we took advantage of it. So but again, just really proud of our guys for hanging in there. I said at the beginning, our offense I was really proud of. First quarter, fourth quarter, there were a couple series in between where we should have been able to generate points and we didn't. And again, a lot of that was our own fault. So we will continue to keep working, keep getting better. And again, I said every week, I love coaching these guys because every day they come to work and they want to be good. So I'm proud of them for that, sticking together. And again, it wasn't easy. The locker room wasn't very big. So there was just a lot of things that, you deal with, and I didn't know how we were going to react. Everything's a first. That was our first rain delay, lightning delay. So, how we gonna come out of this and play? And then when they walk us down to the tunnel, we're ready to take the field and go back in for 30 more minutes. So, there was just a lot of things that we overcame, and to be able to do that on the road, just really, really proud of this group.
What's the film tell you about Louisiana that the record doesn't?
Louisiana's a good football team. They've lost 2 one-possession games. They could be sitting here very easily at 3-1 with their only loss to Missouri. They got 2 running backs that run extremely hard. Their offensive line is big and physical. And defensively, they're sound. They do some great stuff. They're long. athletic, and they were, picked as one of the top teams in our league for a reason. And right now, obviously they lost their quarterback week one. That hurt them. And they've dealt with some injuries. I think some guys you see on film and then they kind of disappear. So, and their coaching staff does a great job. Their head coach got a lot of respect for him, and there's a couple guys on the staff that I know. There's one guy on the staff, George Barlow, that I worked with. You guys probably know George. He was here. So, they've got good coaches. They got really good players. And, again, they could very easily be 3-1 instead of 1-3. And right now we're not looking at records. Nobody cares about that. Sun Belt's starting. They're going to be amped up to play at home, night game. So, hopefully it's a great atmosphere. And, let's see what happens.
Coach, with Carlos, obviously gets the national recognition, the conference recognition. You talked a little bit yesterday just about I guess maybe his mental in this whole process of getting to where he's at. What is it about him in a game that's just so much more of his skill set seems to come out?
I've told you guys since fall camp, the best Carlos is when the action is live. He's a competitive kid, loves to play the game, throws his body around, sometimes too recklessly. We got to calm him down on that. But he's just, he wants it. He wants to be that guy, and he's proven to me over the last couple of weeks that he is that guy. And, he was 18 to 22, 4 touchdowns, a running touchdown. He basically picked us up and carried us, and, I'm glad he did. And obviously there were a lot of other guys that made plays for him. But it's just great to see where he's at right now. He's playing very confident. And I love his mindset right now. He's turned into a great leader for us.
Tony, you mentioned Floyd there earlier. What is it about him that you really like? He just seems like electrifying. Kind of comes to mind when you see him with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's very explosive, and we knew that. We've seen him do it in practice. The one thing about Floyd is he runs angry, so he's angry. He looks angry. He runs angry. And he wants to get to the end zone on every snap. Anytime he touches it, he thinks he can break it and go 80. And I love that about him because he plays possessed, plays very angry, and I love that. He thinks that again any play he could take and make a difference with, and I'm going to keep encouraging that with him. But he's really coming into his own. Had a great week.
Coach, obviously a lot of players and staff on this roster are new, but it's a Sun Belt Championship rematch from last year. Are you kind of relying on the players that were here a year ago about what this game this week is going to mean for this team?
Hell, there may only be 3 of those players that were here on the travel squad, so we don't talk. I told the guys today, hey, the Sun Belt's starting. We are the defending champs. Really not us personally, but our school, our team. Some of the guys were a part of it, and we have to go out and defend it because there still is a target on us, whether we have guys that were here or not here. And, so we talked a little bit about it, but not much. There may be seriously 5-6 people on our sideline that were actually there during that championship last year, Coach Street being one of them. So, it's just different. And, it's where we're at in college football right now.
Coach, early in the fourth quarter after that touchdown and 3 and out, back here watching it on TV, I looked at the game and says, this game's over. Did you feel, not at that point, but at some point in that 5-7 minute time frame that you had a swagger about your guys? Or it seemed like you kind of broke them early on in the fourth.
Yeah, well, when I felt really good is when we were up 14, we got the first down in about under 2 minutes, and we were able to take a knee. That's when I felt good. So as a coach, you're not even but I knew you could see them getting tired. We made some stops, got momentum. Our backs were running hard. Our O-line was coming off the football. And, I felt good. But, again, you're never confident until you could take that victory as the best play we could ever call, victory formation. And, once we were able to do that, then I was able to take a deep breath and enjoy the last minute and 20 seconds, whatever it was.
Coach, back to Carlos. So you kind of, is he almost the definition of a gamer, a guy who just likes to go out and play it? Seems like he enjoys it too while he's out there.
Yeah, he does. He loves playing. He has fun with it. And the thing about Carlos, you guys have watched practices. I mean, he has fun in practice. He he talks a little trash to the defense, and now he's got his black jersey on in practice where he knows he can't get hit. But he's one of the only quarterbacks I've ever been around to tell the coach, take the jersey off of me. I'm good. I want to get hit. So, but he's just that kind of guy. And what I'm really, really pleased with, obviously his play has been great, but just his whole attitude and approach. Very easily he could have went in the tank after 2 games, and he didn't. And he stepped up, and guys are following him. And, again, I think I told you guys post-game Saturday, he asked me 2 or 3 times during the week, how's practice going? How you like it? We got energy. So when he starts getting into that, you could tell his maturity is going up. And, so I'm really, really pleased with where he's at and pleased with what Coach Smith has been able to do to get him to this point.
Every week it feels like, you talk about the newness of the team and everything with now that you're going in the conference, value of figure you want to win every game by 100, but, the range of experiences you had in those non-conference games, how it kind of rounds you guys out.
Yeah, we've played in 1-possession games. We've been on the bad end of one. Then we were down going into the fourth quarter to come back and win. So we've been all over the place, and hopefully we can just start fast and stay strong for 4 quarters. And because again, even the Eastern Kentucky game, we need to have a solid 4 quarters, and we still have not done that yet. And that's been my challenge to these guys. We don't need to wait anymore. These are the 8 that matter. And there's only one that matters the most right now, and that's the next one. So, hopefully we've been through it. We've been there, done that, seen it, and now it's time to go play. And, again, these 8 are the most important 8 on our schedule.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.